Ukraine's large-scale drone attack on Moscow and surrounding areas on Sunday morning paralyzed Russian airports. In Moscow, 160 flights faced delays overnight, and 31 were cancelled. At Sheremetyevo Airport in Moscow, 108 flights were delayed, with 29 cancellations. Domodedovo had 20 delayed and 2 cancelled, while 31 flights at Nukovo were delayed. At Pulkovo, 23 flights were delayed and 23 cancelled, with an additional 24 cancellations for incoming flights. 2 flights were cancelled for both arrival and departure in Nizhny Novgorod. Yaroslavl had 2 delayed departures, one to St. Petersburg and one to Moscow, as well as 1 delayed arrival. Pskov Airport saw 3 flight cancellations, and in Kaluga, 2 flights were cancelled and 2 delayed. Passengers are reportedly sleeping wherever they can and waiting for hours for their delayed flights. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, air defense forces shot down 364 drones and 2 guided bombs in 24 hours.
Все эти люди, это только наш один рейс.
Этот самолет приземлился вчера вечером.
Сейчас придут, прилетят через 10 минут.
А здесь официальную информацию дайте, сколько людям ждать. Мы стоим 12 часов здесь. Детям не дали ни гостиницы, ни воды, ничего. Информационные стойки нас нафиг посылают.
Пиццы сказали, что я на свой ваучер ничего купить не смогу, бутылку воды.
Просто перебор. Никакой информации, мы не можем обменять билеты. У меня пропали билеты Стамбул-Венеция, 3 билета. Сейчас каждый билет мне просит доплату $980. Вот то же самое, да. Вот то же самое. Вот что происходит? Хоть какая-то информация должна быть. Я не вижу его с 23:30. У всех билеты. Вот все возвращаются, но в конце концов какое-то уважение должно быть. У меня золотая карта Аэрофлота, 23 года. Я вашей компанией пользуюсь. Это что такое вообще? Первый раз я с таким столкнулась.
Мы почти на курорте в Турции.
Russia capital Moscow and its surrounding areas were hit by a massive drone attack in the early hours of July 20th. According to local Telegram channels, residents of Zelenograd, a suburban town, reported hearing explosions. Several buildings were damaged. In one residential area, 2 cars were set ablaze, likely due to debris from a drone that was shot down. In the village of Golyab, locals described the explosions as so intense that the walls and windows of their homes rattled. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin reported that Russian air defenses intercepted at least 16 drones approaching the city. This led to a temporary suspension of operations at all Moscow airports, including Sheremetyevo, Domodedovo, Vnukovo, and Zhukovsky. In the Kaluga region, locals also mentioned hearing drones overhead and suggested that air defense systems were activated. The Kremlin has not provided official details regarding the targets or the scale of the damage. Later, Russia's Ministry of Defense claimed that its air defenses had shot down 93 drones overnight across 9 regions, including 19 over Moscow region.
Охренеть, горят тачки.
A reconnaissance and sabotage group of the Free Russia Legion, which is part of the Ukrainian army and is fighting against the occupying Russian army, has entered the occupied village of Velikaya Belaziorka in Zaporizhia region. The sabotage group intercepted soldiers of Akhmet unit in the village located 30 kilometers from the front line. The car transporting Akhmet fighters was exploded. 3 soldiers were killed as a result. The Legion fighters, who successfully carried out the operation, returned to their positions without suffering any losses.